Diddy passed his hands over a few artists, and then he came over to me. He said he wanted to talk, suggested
he wants to talk and get the baby oil and rub it all up on you. So today we're reacting to some scary animations, and this time they're about Diddy. Yes, Diddy.
I'd never thought a single night could turn my life upside down, but that's exactly what happened after that night at P. Diddy's party.
Oh,
You'd think
no.
an invitation to one of the biggest celebrity events in Miami would be the stuff of dreams, but I promise you, that night was anything but. It all started so simply. I was living in LA, trying to make it big in the music industry.
This is some crazy shit. They turned this whole Diddy shit into some fucking scary animation, bruh. Like, and this probably couldn't even been far off, for real.
I was living in LA, trying to make it big in the music industry, like countless others. The connections weren't coming through, and I was starting to wonder if I was wasting my time clinging to nothing. Then, out of nowhere, a friend introduced me to someone they called the Prince. He was rich, mysterious, and apparently well connected with big producers. We hung out a couple of times. He heard me sing and instantly promised that he'd take my career to the next level. Said he could introduce me to some of the biggest names. And then came the invitation.
Oh no, not the big ass P on the card.
But as soon as we arrived, I knew something was wrong. The mansion was huge, glowing against the night like something out of a magazine.
Not the big ass mansion.
People were everywhere. Celebrities I'd only
not
seen
Justin
on TV.
Bieber.
Models draped in barely their outfits. Everyone looked perfect. But as I
Who is that? Who is that? Berlizzi? Who is that supposed to be? I'm just playing, Berlin. No disrespect. No disrespect.
Everyone looked perfect. But as I looked around, I started to feel it. But before I could react, security patted us down, took our phones, and locked them in these weird little bubble cases. No camera, no recording. That should have been my first sign.
Yeah, like, what? Nigga, I can't have my phone. I can't take pictures and videos. Like, what you talking about? Y'all got our phones and a bunch of pop-its? Like, what does that even do?
That should have been my first sign. They weren't
really should have.
pictures. They were hiding something big and nasty. Back then, I was naive enough to brush it off, thinking it was just some high-profile security measure. This was a private party, after all. Inside, everything felt different. It was dark, too dark, even with all the lights and music. I could see people in the pool, already tipsy.
Not bitches naked.
As waiters walked around, handing out drinks.
Look, this is a real ordeal, for real.
The thick scent of perfume. I tried to fit in.
They got the hookah?
Drink, but something in me told me not to sip. It felt like eyes were on me, even when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it either.
I noticed him. P. Diddy.
Oh. Bro, why they got him looking like that, bro? What the hell? Wait.
He wasn't just a party host. He was the king of the court, strolling through the rooms.
The way he fucking praying, bro.
Then he spotted me. He stared.
Oh no.
At first, he kept his distance, just glancing at me now and then, almost like he was studying me. I started to feel a strange tension. Everywhere I turned, he seemed to be there, watching from a dark corner.
Bro, that nigga really trying to...
Things got weirder. A man
not the slippers!
Sons, I think, and handed me
my
a pair
son?
of white terry cloth slippers. He said,
go in the house.
VIPs only. I looked back,
what the
wanting
fuck?
to bring the prince along, but he waved me off. Just you, he said with a grin. My guts.
Girl, you better run your ass the fuck out of there.
This was my shot. I'd made it this far. I couldn't turn back now. Inside the house, it was worse. The lights were dim, but I could make out everything. People were doing things. In each corner, there was...
What the fuck? Don't mind the nails. Listen, what? Hold on. I forgot what this video was for a second. Then I realized I was like, oh shit. Bruh, somebody really drew that shit and animated it. Like, huh?
People were doing things. In each corner, there was something more bizarre. Something so
what the fuck? Some Euphoria shit.
Come alive. People dressed in strange costumes.
Furries.
Indulging in fetishes. Things I'd only seen in movies.
Yo.
In the center of it all was P. Diddy.
What the fuck am I watching right now? Shit, my bad. I didn't mean to kick you.
In the center of it all was P. Diddy, watching everyone, his gaze sweeping over the room like a predator stalking his prey. And then he locked eyes with me.
Why did they make him so big and tall?
Terrified. There was this darkness in his eyes, something almost inhuman. He started walking toward me. Slow,
get the fuck away from me, you big black bitch.
My heart was pounding. Every instinct was screaming for me to run. But his words? Oh, his words are what froze me in place.
What you gonna say?
Enjoy my little party? You know, your life will never be the same after tonight.
Enjoy my little party.
Enjoy my little party? You know, your life will
Look at his eyes.
Then he was gone, leaving me standing
He was
there,
gone.
trying to catch my breath.
What
I
the
couldn't
fuck?
stay any longer. I turned to leave.
Girl,
But before I
run.
could reach the door, he was there again, blocking my way. His
He got
hand
magical
rested heavily
powers?
on my shoulder. I forced a smile and tried to brush past him, but he grabbed my arm, pulling me closer. and
Get away from
"Don't worry, you'll
me.
get used to it eventually."
Get used to what?
Something sinister.
Want to?
I jerked away. My
Run, bitch,
run!
run.
Toward the exit. The prince was waiting by the exit with a six.
The prince is in on it.
All along, I could see it now. The entire night was a setup.
It was a
trap.
setup to
I
get.
thought you wanted to make it big. He smirked, inching.
I don't want to sell my soul, nigga.
I pushed past.
Yeah,
him.
move.
I only
Run.
remember running around the mansion like a maniac until I spotted an unguarded opening. It was towards the forest. I somehow managed to escape.
Run. Go.
My heart raced the entire way home. When I finally got back to my place, I realized just how close I'd come to something unspeakable. I'd heard stories about the industry, about the things people would do for fame, but I'd never.
Who's that supposed to be? The fucking Kalani?
Horrifying until that night. Now, whenever I see him on TV, smiling like he's untouchable, I remember his words, that cold grin, the way he looked at
The
me.
way his eyes darkened as the camera zoomed in lightly.
Somewhere out there, there are others like me. People who thought they could handle the darkness until it was too late with no way out.
Ew.
Self-proclaimed bad boy for life, Sean Diddy Combs is facing serious legal issues.
And they based it off this girl who had a story. Okay, I admire they basing it off some real shit. Okay, they just kind of making like an embellishment version of like what potentially could have happened based off the information they're getting. Like, okay, he looked crazy though.
We had just arrived in Beverly Hills 2 days earlier, excited about the unique opportunity to attend one of the most exclusive parties in the country.
Ew.
I'm an independent musician, and honestly, this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for my career.
Who is this?
A private party hosted by
Why is
Sean,
it the same
better
white
known
suit?
as
Why they do Diddy like that? Because it's accurate?
A private party hosted by Sean, better known as
Sean.
E. Diddy. One of his
Sean! I'm sorry. If y'all watch Belize, you know.
E. Diddy. One of his
Sean.
famous white parties. Everything felt
Oh,
so surreal,
white
almost like
party.
living in a movie. It was unbelievable. Celebrities everywhere. Justin
Okay.
Bieber, Lady Gaga, Adele, Taylor Swift, and the great
Okay.
Beyonce, who walked through
The
the party
great
like a goddess
Beyonce.
among men. And why shouldn't she be? She's one of the biggest stars around. But what caught my attention the most was the man of the hour, P. Diddy, the host of the party, and the one who would give me the chance to become a major artist. The night felt glamorous. The lights shimmered over the pool as the guests, mostly
I
celebrities,
thought it was an
and
all-white
influential
party. Why is
figures,
everybody wearing
laughed and
colorful ass
drank
shit?
non-stop. It was then that our host approached us, P. Diddy. He greeted us with a smile that was as charming as it was imposing. This man can make you
charming
disappear
is
with
a
snap
strong
of his
word.
fingers. He offered me a drink that I couldn't refuse. I've heard of you, Jonathan.
Dude, don't drink
He
it.
said. His words were odd, or rather his tone was excited and far from friendly, but I remained enthusiastic. You have potential. Maybe we can do something great in music together. I was completely ecstatic because the great Diddy, was offering me a chance to make it with the big names in music.
Oh my
It felt
God.
unreal. But Sherry noticed something strange.
Yeah, women's intuition is never wrong. I keep telling you that. When a woman's telling you something's wrong, listen to her, because women know. Women's intuition is never
Was
wrong.
offering me a chance to make it with the big names in music. It felt unreal. But Sherry noticed something strange. There were a lot of people much younger than us at the party, accompanied by much older men. We thought they were her parents. We were too impressed to be there in the midst of all of this luxury. But as the hours passed, the atmosphere grew darker, more unsettling. The partygoers began to disappear. All the younger people and the old men were gone, and the laughter turned to unsettling whispers. Something was happening, and the looks on the celebrities' faces made it clear. Diddy passed his hands over a few artists, and then he came over to me. He said he wanted to talk, suggested
He wants to talk and get the baby oil and rub it all up on you.
In store for me.
It's time to go.
Sherry told me.
Yeah, it's time to go, girl. Listen to your
But
girl.
before we could leave, 2 guards blocked our
Oh!
path, and P. Diddy's smile was gone. Now his face showed something that made my skin crawl.
What?
We tried to remain calm, but his tone changed. Leaving already? He asked, almost mockingly. The party's just getting started for you two.
They gonna take him to a dark corner.
As we walked toward the room, we could hear children crying.
Not children!
Terrifying. We wanted to leave, but they wouldn't let us. Once
I am
we
on.
realized that we were prisoners there. P. Diddy wanted something from me, and it wasn't just a music deal. We had been tricked.
He wants your
We were in
booty
a
with
trap
the
no
baby
way
oil
out.
on it.
My heart raced as I tried to find a way to escape while Sherry was terrified, and I couldn't stop thinking about how to protect her.
as
But it
soon
was
as-
no use. This night wasn't about us or our safety.
What
It
the
was about
fuck?
fulfilling the sick desires of someone who had been playing us from the beginning. Muffled screams, banging on the door. No one would come to help us. Diddy said the guards could have their fun with the girl and that he wanted the big prize. I tried to protect her, but there was nothing I could do. They hit me and left me on the floor, watching him laugh and take his shirt off.
Okay, this is dark. Okay, now they're getting into detail with it. They're really going all in with this, for real. Somebody animated that.
Let her go! You will not interrupt.
Oh no! Okay.
Let her go!
Okay, I can't. Y'all doing way too much with this. IMR, for real? I ain't even finna show that for real. Are you serious? Y'all really animated this for real? Is y'all crazy?
I'll never forget that harrowing night. I went to a mansion party thinking it was just another Hollywood opportunity. My friend Jen had invited me, all hyped up about how this would be the place to make real connections. We were both models at the time and it was paying well, but we wanted more. Anyone can be a model, but to be a star,
Okay.
now that was a dream worth chasing.
There's gonna be A-listers at the party, babe. Red told that this is the party. We can't miss this, babe. Who knows? Maybe you'll find yourself a daddy.
Jen said,
I don't like the way she talking.
We can't miss this, babe. Who knows? Maybe you'll find yourself a daddy.
Jen said, while
Ew.
putting on a skimpy dress and throwing me another one.
Okay.
I don't need that. And I don't think Florida would have a better scene than LA. Babe, it's different. LA is like sophisticated. Florida is where these celebs go wild. I heard it's like a big music producer's party, and everyone's gonna be there.
As we pulled up to the Florida mansion,
something gonna happen to these girls,
like a
bro.
freaking candle. The minute we got to the entrance, though, things felt off. There were bodyguards everywhere, and they didn't look friendly. The vibe was stiff, and we had to go through this weird check-in where they practically scrutinized every inch of us. They told us, no photos, no phones, and definitely no asking the wrong questions. You don't tell your age if anyone asks. You don't ask anyone their age, their name, or what they do. And you sign this NDA. Whatever you see inside, you are legally prohibited from talking about it.
Nigga, if that's the first thing I heard, I'm like, we don't have to go in. I'm good. See you later. Bye-bye. Like, what are you talking about? You're giving me warnings and side effects like it's a fucking medication. Side effects may include rape, murder, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, and baby oil. Like, what?
I almost laughed because I thought it was some joke. But Jen nudged me, looking serious. The bodyguard...
Like, y'all still went in, too. Wow.
We were weighed. Any woman who was over 140 was denied entry.
Wait, what? Y'all got a whole scale for what?
Any woman who was over 140 was denied entry. Crazy. Inside,
that is
the place was
crazy.
Insane. It was like stepping into some glossy magazine spread. Super luxe decor, endless drinks, drugs being served around on platters.
Drugs being
People who
served.
looked like they'd stepped out of a music video. For a second, I tried to let myself relax, but as I was about to take a sip of my drink, something just told me not to.
Yes.
Maybe it was that instinct that girls
yes.
have, you know?
Women's intuition, don't drink it.
Smiling, nodding, just trying to look like I belonged. I saw so many famous actors and childhood crushes and pop stars. Then I noticed this guy by the pool.
Y'all got him fucked up, but I'm not mad at it.
I saw so many famous actors and childhood crushes and pop stars. Then I noticed this fat guy by the pool. He was watching me, like, really watching me. He sauntered
like,
over with this confident grin that felt anything but friendly. He started
this nigga got bigger titties than hair.
Got this ick feeling. I laughed it off and tried to
and his
slip
ass
away,
hanging out
heading
too.
for the
That's crazy.
bathroom. But guess who followed?
Oh.
Inside the bathroom, I tried to act cool, but my heart was racing. And suddenly, there he was, in the doorway, cornering me. He leaned in close and whispered, "You know, I could make your life very easy if you're a little fun."
What are you talking about? You know I can make your life a little easier if you're fun.
He leaned in close and whispered, "You know, I could make your life very easy if you're a little fun." His words were so slimy, it was like I could feel them on my skin. His breath stank of cigarettes and alcohol. I wanted to scream, but I was just frozen.
No.
This is the ladies' room.
Yeah.
This is where I want to be, girl.
What the fuck? They know just what to say to make it like weird. And he got his eyes popping out of his head, like, bro, what the fuck?
But this is where I want to be, girl.
And this is where I want to be, girl. Like, nigga, what?
The stalls creaked open, and this older woman stumbled out in a badly fitting bikini. She was decked out in diamonds.
Who is that?
She didn't seem the least bit fazed by the guy or the situation. She took one look at me.
Who is that supposed to be? Who is that, bruh? Hold on.
She was decked out in diamonds, looked loaded, and didn't seem the least bit
she looked loaded, like she looked drugged out, I'm sure.
She took one look at me, then at him, and instead of helping, she flashed me this knowing smile.
You got such kissable lips.
She said, like she was complimenting my shoes or something.
What?
And then snorted a line right there on the counter. I couldn't believe how casual this was for him.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
She turned to him, starting this weird argument like she was defending her territory.
I'll pay for her.
Bull. She's mine.
Huh?
Everything here is for everybody.
And this whole party is mine. Move on, bitch.
Ooh.
You know who you're talking to. They started
Ew.
raising their voices, which honestly was the first thing I was grateful for all night.
Right.
It drew the attention of a nearby bodyguard, who finally stepped in. I thank God. But as he walked up, he gave me this dead-eyed look and said, "Stop causing a scene. Either pick one of them or get out."
Oh.
That was it. I was done. My brain kicked into survival mode. I slipped
Run.
past all three of them and got out of
Run, yes!
Jen,
Get
but
the
she
fuck
had a
out.
tongue down the mouth of a famous rapper, so I was scuttled. I didn't stop until I was out of the mansion.
Yo, what y'all got her this angle for? This is not a flattering angle, except for the titties. She is a model though. Look at her runway walk. They got her like, you know how models walk shit.
Feeling fresh air, shaking, wondering what on earth I'd just gotten myself into. Back in the cab, I could barely believe it. All I wanted was to make connections, to get ahead. But that night showed me the real underbelly of this world. The one
That is
no
not the
one
real
warns you
underbelly of the
about.
world. Girl, that was not the real underbelly of the world. That's the underbelly of Diddy's underbelly. So that was me reacting to Diddy Horror Stories Animated. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I think the second one was really low-key traumatizing because they really drew out the images of the girl getting fucking offed and the guy just completely getting shot. Like, IMR is crazy. IMR is really crazy. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next week and bye-bye.